Hello, Internet! Shouth is here, and it is time for another episode of Arena Time here on ShoutStone. We are back with Totalbiscuit's run through the arena. Once again, I want to keep everybody informed that these are not stolen videos. I am using these videos with the express permission of Totalbiscuit, just in case there's any confusion. But alright, without any further ado, let's hop right into the action now. It is Malfurion versus Anduin. Totalbiscuit playing the part of Malfurion, the Druid. Lochos? Iochos, I guess. I don't. The priest he's playing Anduin. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Iochos? Whatever. He will just be the priest player going forward. But here we are, TB versus the priest player, going for Game 3 in the arena. So unlike the run that I cast of Trump last season of Arena Time, this is a full run from Game 1 to Game however far it gets. Alright, so Totalbiscuit starting things off with a pair of Murlocs. Early Mind Blast, which is okay, but not a big deal at this point. 5 health is really not a huge concern. TB just doing a little bit of damage, also adds on a quick point of armor by using his hero power, which is always useful, of course. So I'll have to see how the priest player wants to respond. Looks like a quick Holy Smite to take out the most potent Murloc, and a lesser heal, and it looks like that's all. So starting with a bit of removal, but I don't really know if it's... This game's a little hard to judge so far. We haven't seen any really major play, any really, explosive play or anything like that. Basically just setting a lot of framework up. Not a lot of options for TB at this point. He could play that Elven Archer, pop his hero power again if he chose to. But we'll have to take a look. Looks like he's going to give 4 attack to his Murloc instead, which at least gives it 1 turn where it's going to attack. I doubt it's going to survive this next turn, but it could. I mean, if the only options that the priest player has are minions and no direct spell damage abilities, or minions with a damaging battle cry, alright, well, it's going to die. But hey, so it got 1 shot in, and I think that was worth it. He did get us 5 points of damage in on that. For 3 mana, that's pretty worthwhile. Alright, so he's got enough mana to play that Spellbreaker, but I doubt he wants to do that now. It's a very good utility card, especially when it's necessary. So, popping the hero power, playing that Elven Archer, a quick couple points of damage, and adding on the armor. Things aren't really quite going your way if your Druid opponent starts to accumulate a lot of armor, because they can only add it on 1 at a time, unlike a warrior who has multiple abilities to add on ridiculous amounts of armor. Alright, Booty Bay Bodyguard now on the field. Could be a good point to play that Spellbreaker, silence that taunt effect, but it does still leave a fairly imposing 5/4 minion on the field. So, shutting it down is going to be an imperative move for TB very soon. So it's going to play that Azure Drake instead, get a quick card draw. Not going to attack in, because he just wants to leave his minions up, I guess, for now. He knows that if he chooses to attack with anything, it will cost him. So silence on that Drake. Here comes a light spawn. And as you can see, it is 5/5 because this is a post-patch game. I'm still working my way through these matchups that are pre-patched, so you might still see a few of those as I weed them out, basically. But it's okay. So right now, TB is in a very bad spot. I mean, he can at least take out the taunt minion with his Azure Drake. But he's going to need to do a few other things. He could, again, silence that light spawn before it gets out of hand. That's exactly what he's going to do. So he renders it essentially useless. He can just leave it alone unless it gets taunt. Gonna put Mark of the Wild on the Azure Drake, which will buff it up just enough so we can take out the Auctioneer, and a quick trade of Iron Begowl and Elven Archer. So, a quick series of plays right there puts TB in a more dominant position. At least he recovers from a pretty interesting place that he would have been in just last move. Alright, Wolf Rider going to come in, probably going to take out the Azure Drake and a Sinjin Shieldmaster to replace the taunt. But that's okay. That Drake did its job in terms of shutting down the most damaging minions on the other side of the field. And the Light Spawn is effectively irrelevant at this point, so I doubt TB is going to pay much attention to it. He will probably want to get rid of it at some point. Well, maybe not. I mean, there are a few abilities that, you know, there are a few abilities that you can use through neutral minions that can buff up attack power, but really not much, and really probably very unlikely that the Priest player is going to have many of those. So, I doubt the Light Spawn is going to be cause for any real concern at this point. But let's see what he does here. He's going to give it more health. Interesting move. And a bit of a self-heal. So he's basically... I mean, I guess he added more health to it because he had to, just to play that minion. So, I guess it's not a huge deal. I don't think he strategically gave that minion extra health or anything like that. But alright. TB does have that Savage Roar. Could use that to quickly take out that 6/6 minion with either one of those options that he has there. Looks like that's precise. Oh no, he's going to play Hogger instead. I'm sorry. Grab the different card. Pop his hero power and focusing the damage on the opposing hero. And here comes a Knoll. So that minion will taunt will at least be able to absorb the damage from that 6/6 Watcher, unless the Priest player has some other kind of option, you know, to take it out. Oh, the Mind Controls Hogger, interesting play there. And takes out the Knoll. So now we're going to see Knolls on the other side of the table. Mind Control still a very potent ability. But let's see. Alright, he's going to pop that Savage Roar. Take out the taunt minion, and he's going to eliminate his opponent. 1, 2, game over. So a pretty good last-ditch effort there by the Priest player to try and recover by, you know, mind controlling Hogger and everything. But not really sufficient at that point when he was down to 10 HP and did not have any sufficient taunt minions available. He was able to get that one Knoll, but you know, it just was not going to last. So, a very well played game, but that puts TB up 2-1 in this arena run so far. So we'll see how far he gets next time. We'll be back on Monday with the next episode of Arena Time. So that's going to do it. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description. You can also subscribe to this channel for daily Hearthstone updates and videos and all sorts of stuff. And you can like, comment, all that good stuff that I always appreciate. But thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.